What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute since I've done a video. I was actually sick last week and then a bunch of stuff going on. I'm back in the saddle and I have missed some stuff because there's been a lot going on in the AI, robotics, and tech world. And I just wanted to touch on a few of those things tonight. So let's take a look at what's going on.
My king's coming back, that's what I'm banking on. Bleed and celebrate the grace of God with that filet mignon.
First of all, figure one, this humanoid robot that came out. Let me just show you what I'm talking about here. Everybody saw this video, this robot. So let's take a look at this, okay? This is just a brief clip of what this figure one humanoid robot can do, powered by OpenAI. ChatGPT is powering it. OpenAI is working with figure one on this robot.
On a plate in the center of the table, a drying rack with cups and a plate, and you standing nearby with your hand on the table.
Great. Can I have something to eat?
Sure thing.
The dexterity is amazing.
Can you explain why you did what you just did while you pick up this trash?
On it. So I gave you the apple because it's the only edible item I could provide you with from the table.
Great. So, based on the scene right now, where do you think the dishes in front of you go next?
The dishes on the table, like that plate and cup, are likely to go into the drying rack next.
Great. Can you put them there?
Of course.
Of course.
All right. So, how do you think you did?
I think I did pretty well. The apple found its new owner, the trash is gone, and the tableware is right where it belongs.
Okay, so the voice is let alone the dexterity of this robot picking up things gently with fingers that are working very well. Meet your overlord of the future. But that voice, they added hesitation. It's obviously buffering while it translates what it's hearing and seeing through OpenAI's brain inside of it, so that it can connect, figure out what it needs to do next, and explain what it's doing. So there's that buffer time, but then it also says, I think I did pretty well. It sounds so human. And this is figure one. So I did a little bit of research on it. Let's bring up this. No, not that. This. So introducing figure one, the world's first commercially viable autonomous humanoid robot. And it's got some stats here. Oh, wait, I got to slide this over. 5 feet 6 inches tall, 20 kilogram payload. So I guess it can carry 20 kilograms, 60 kilogram weight, 5-hour runtime, 1.2 milliseconds speed, electric, of course. So that is interesting. This is huge advancements. Now, of course, Tesla has their Optimus that they've been working on. But figure one has just kind of come along out of the blue, seemingly, and is doing really well with the AI incorporation into the humanoid robotic tech. So this is interesting. Now, I also did a little look up on this figure one to see who's working with these guys. Here we go. It's a humanoid robot startup, Figure AI. Okay, that's what they're calling it. Valued at 2.6 billion as Bezos, OpenAI, Nvidia join the funding. Figure AI has raised 675 million from investors, including Bezos, Nvidia and Microsoft and OpenAI. The startup says it will use the money to accelerate development of its humanoid robot, which is intended for commercial use. Founded in 2022, Figure AI has developed a general-purpose robot called Figure 01 that looks and moves like a human. Yeah, so a bunch of information there. There you go. There's huge backing behind it. We've got Microsoft with OpenAI, of course, Jeff Bezos, who I think he's also doing another project with I think he's actually teaming up with Claude 3 AI. So not OpenAI. He's got his own kind of AI text, speech to text, whatever you call it, chat GPT type system that he's working on. Nvidia is doing some interesting things too. They just had their GTC conference where they introduced some of the robot tech that they've been working on. So this is some of the stuff they've got going on.
This is Nvidia Project
Project Groot.
A general-purpose foundation model for humanoid robot learning. The Groot model takes multimodal instructions and past interactions as input and produces the next action for the robot to execute.
This is crazy. Look at this.
Lab, a robot learning application to train Groot.
Now, I don't know if that's just CGI or if that's actually the lab.
Service that coordinates workflows across DGX systems for training and OVX systems for simulation.
So they're working on huge, powerful systems as well as robot tech, and massive power petaflop chips for graphical processing or just computing in general. And they're duplicating systems to help the systems learn, and including duplicating the Earth, which I wonder if I can find that in this video. Yeah, so they're showing some of the robot stuff going on here.
Movement just by observing us.
So that's real robot.
This is made possible with Nvidia's technologies.
It looks fake, but it's real. There's the fake one in the middle. That's a twin.
Deploy them directly to physical robots. Connecting Groot to a large language model even allows it to generate motions by following natural.
Oh yeah, then they brought on the stage at the end.
Disney Research.
These little bots that are running around Disneyland right now.
Let's go. 5 things. Where are you going? I sit right here.
So they have Nvidia technology in these robots, and they listen to commands and do different things. Straight out of Star Wars. But let me see if I can find the... Oh, here we go.
It's not time to eat.
They are duplicating different systems, including the Earth.
We would love to learn climate. We would love to learn extreme weather. We would love to learn how we can predict future weather at regional scales at sufficiently high resolution such that we can keep people out of harm's way before harm comes. Extreme weather cost the world $150 billion. Surely more than that, it's not evenly distributed. $150 billion is concentrated in some parts of the world, and of course, to some people of the world. We need to adapt, and we need to know what's coming. And so we're creating Earth 2, a digital twin of the Earth.
Earth 2.
Weather. And we've made an extraordinary invention called CoreDiv, the ability to use generative AI to predict weather at extremely high resolution. Let's take a look.
As the Earth's climate changes, AI-powered weather forecasting is allowing us to more accurately predict and track severe storms, like Super Typhoon Chanthu, which caused widespread damage in Taiwan and the surrounding region in 2021. Current AI forecast models can accurately predict the track of storms, but they are limited to 25-kilometer resolution, which can miss important details. Nvidia's CoreDiff is a revolutionary new generative AI model trained on high-resolution, radar-assimilated WRF weather forecasts and ERA 5 reanalysis data. Using CoreDiff, extreme events like Chanthu can be super-resolved from...
So you get the point. They've cloned the Earth, Earth 2. Like, I know all the flat earthers out there going, they cloned it wrong. They made it a sphere. What's going on? Now, the other thing that came out was Elon Musk's NeuraLink. NeuraLink, of course, is this company that is creating a chip to go into the head, into the brain of people. They've been working on it with monkeys for quite some time, and then beginning this year, they were allowed to start with their first human implant. And what does it do? Well, it's a N1 implant, records neural activity through 1,024 electrodes distributed across 64 threads. These highly flexible, ultra-thin threads are key to minimize damage during implantation. So they actually cut a hole in the head, put it in, feed the threads, I should say first, into the back two halves of the brain, which I guess is where I don't know exactly where things happen in your brain. And they've got it in such a way that they're able to get impulses from your brain and allow you to do things that you couldn't do before. So the very first implant has happened, and it happened with this gentleman right here. His name is, Noland Arbaugh. So Noland is the very first human implant with the NeuraLink system. And this was just a demonstration. Let's see if I can get a better kind of... He actually goes in on this interview.
Yeah, they just here for the dogs.
And talks a bit about what he can do.
While he's been
Watch
introducing
this.
himself, let me just flip the camera on so you can see what Nolan's been doing.
Yeah, so I love playing chess, and so this is one of the things that y'all have enabled me to do, something that I wasn't able to really do much the last few years, especially not like this. I had to use like a mouse stick and stuff, but now it's all being done with my brain. If y'all can see the cursor moving around the screen, that's all me, y'all. It's pretty cool, huh?
Actually, can you pause this on just for the audio coming through?
So he is controlling the chess pieces with his brain. Through, I think it's a Bluetooth connection through the chip in his brain, which is controlling the cursor on the screen. So he played Civilization for like 8 hours through the night. He can communicate. He did his first text, or his first X post, of course, on X, because that's Elon's platform. So right here, Twitter banned me because they thought I was a bot. At X, at Elon Musk, reinstated me because I am. And then he actually says, if you go to his page, yeah, here he is. P1 Cyborg, Neural Knot, Skynet, Progenitor, Taurus. And his handle is at Modded Quad. So he's a quadriplegic, but he's now able to do stuff that he could not do before. And of course, ultimately with NeuraLink, they want to allow quadriplegic people eventually to be able to control their limbs by having two devices. So one planted in their brain and one down their spine or wherever that will receive the firing from the upper chip to the lower chip to control their muscles and make them move their legs. Insane stuff. This is technology at its finest and also at its scariest, because of course, what do we all think of when we think of a chip implant in the brain?
Try to relax. This will feel a little weird.
This is the construct.
Yeah, well, not yet. It's not going there yet. But wow. things are happening fast. So give it a few years and what's going to be going on. It's insane. It's amazing. So the other thing that has been interesting is Sora. So Sora has been advancing the video AI technology. And some of the people that have been put on beta release of the platform have been testing it out. And so one of them has kind of gone viral here. And this is just a short movie created with OpenAI's Sora video model. There's no way in heck Hollywood can survive what's coming with AI. A few more examples in the thread below. So just take a look at this.
I got a lot of idea relief filled with hot air. Yeah, living like this has its challenges. Windy days, for one, are particularly troublesome. Or there was the one time my girlfriend insisted I go to the cactus store to get my Uncle Jerry a wedding present. Ugh. What do I love most about my predicament? Ooh, the perspective it gives me. You know, I get to see the world differently. I float above the mundane and the ordinary. I see things a different way from everyone else. Yeah, and I feel like it's because of that perspective I'm reminded every day that life is fragile.
Well, you can watch that. It's on, this is Zane Khan's post, but there's other posts on Twitter just showing some of the new videos that have come out. I mean, we were already blown away with what came out earlier. So it's just getting more and more insane, crazy. The potential for manipulation is getting more and more crazy. And that's one of the drawbacks to this and fears, is that, you know, there's going to be some manipulation of reality video that comes out showing some famous person doing something that they never actually did, but it's so convincingly real. It's their voice, it's them on video. You know, it'll look like an actual security cam footage or something. Like there's just endless things that could be done in a negative way. However, there's a lot of positive things that can be done, just like any tool, right? So that being said, I'm going to finish this one off just by reminding you again that we appear to be getting closer to the end times. And we need to get our lives back on track with God. Whoops. Okay, we'll come back here. Revelation talks about the beasts. There's several beasts, but one of them is this beast that causes all, in verse, this is Revelation 13:16. He causes all, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, and he decrees that no one will be able to buy or sell except the one who has the mark, either the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for the number is that of a man, and his number is 666. And there is, we go back a little bit, verse 13, he performs great signs, so that even makes fire come down out of the sky. So he has the power to deceive people. He deceives those who live on the earth because of the signs which it has given him to perform in the presence of the beast, telling those who live on the earth to make an image of the beast who had the wound of the sword and has come to life. So not only is there a beast, there's an image of the beast, which is kind of a replica in Earth 2, a beast 2. There's just so much crossover with what's happening. I think it's time for us to get ready. Don't you think so? Be alert, be on guard, be ready, keep looking up, for the end is drawing near, but don't give up hope, because it could be thousands of years away. We don't know for sure, right? But the thing is, we can know God right now and live with God on earth, serving him and being in his presence and in his will, walking this earth. And that's something God's been talking to me about, is to share the gospel in this time because it's so necessary. So that's what I'm doing here. I thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I want to keep going and reach as many people as possible. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and share, and keep watching. I've got some new videos coming out shortly.
I was about yay high when Yahweh told me to run it. Only a matter of time before my mob need a hit and 100. I
asked for a sign. He told me to pay more attention, he already done it.